Good morning, good people, fellow humans. Yes, I have not been on Zip Peloton yet. Thursday nights are long. Thursdays are long, and Thursday nights class is over at 9, which means I can't really get into sleep mode till about 10, a little bit after 10, but Star Trek is on, so I kind of have to watch that. But here we are. Good morning. Great day. It's Friday, everyone. Bonk. It's Friday. And here we are. Once again, another week. I have a big day, a lot of good meetings, breakfast, pre-breakfast meeting, Zoom, breakfast meeting, lunch meeting. And I think there's something in the afternoon also. So it's going to be another big day. Tomorrow is the Crab Fest, Z Crab Fest. We're supposed to be there shooting it, recording it. That would be good. The Nevada Frontier. And let's see, what else? What else we got? Well, it's good to be alive. It's good to be alive, making real progress on my final paper. The feminization of the legal industry relative to restorative justice. What? But the world becomes clear when you look at it through the lens of feminization. Feminization. Is it a bad thing? No, it's inevitable. It's what it is. The key appears that we don't abandon systems that got us to here. We don't abandon them and head to chaos. And this is a brave new world because apparently there have been no successfully sustainable. Oh, what not a bevy? Hello there. There have been no successfully sustainable feminized countries, city-states. Yes, for a little while, but you can say they built on the backs of pre-feminization, and then feminization came along and the momentum carried it, and then boom, it fell pretty quickly, only to be replaced by something even more masculinized. To get back on track quickly, and we could say that kind of fits the narrative for what's happening with President Trump, right? Went historically this way. Trump, feminization, knocked him off. The feminization movement knocked him out, replaced by Biden, had a little bit of momentum, and then clearly the trend was downward. Immediate response, bring him back. We want autonomy back. Not autonomy. We want control. So now back to Trump, back to masculinization of the military, which is forefront in the world right now, in Venezuela, in Greenland, in Gaza, in the Ukraine. Very masculinizing. So what, not a bevy, how are you today? It's very good to see you. How is the life? How's the new class? Humanities. Would you say it is feminized? I'll have to share my paper with you. Tell us about it. What, not a bevy. And while you're doing that, blessed as always, awesome for both classes. What's the other class? Why don't you put that down? Well, I'm going to talk about our themo for today is Mindset Matters. Mindset Matters. And when I say mindset matters, I'm not talking about matter, not talking about manner, not talking about matter, talking about its importance. Mindset is important. And the most important thing is to have a positive mindset. How do you do that? Well, good morning, Matticus Von Atticus. Once again, good to see you. This is a new streak, 5 days in a row or 6, Matt? Des Moines 2032. Mindset matters. And I would say it matters more than we can imagine. We are what we believe we are. Our self-identity is made up of nothing more than our self-beliefs. Discard all negative self-thought. Radical forgiveness. Radical forgiveness. One way to change your mindset is to look at your bad activities and label them as shameful, disgusting. And if you perceive them as shameful and disgusting, you will not do them. But you also have to forgive yourself. Or as Jesus said, your sins are forgiven, pick up your mat, sin no more. Or as he said to the woman accused of adultery, committing adultery with a man, I don't judge you. There's no one here to judge you. They've all left. Sin no more. And one way to not sin is to have a mindset, reticular activating system. Have a mindset where you look at that with disgust. So for me, the thought of smoking, the thought of tattoos, I find disgusting. Ugh. Who would want to brand their body with something? You know, who would want to allow someone else to put a permanent mark on their body? Not me. The thought of it is not compelling at all. Smoking, thought of it, not compelling at all. When I think of what my lungs would look like, not compelling. Drugs, when I think of damaging my brain, not compelling. So the key is, how do you change your mindset? How do you change your mindset? So this is day 5 in week 2. Day 5, week 2. Mindset. There's Leah Crum, who was part of, Matticus Von Atticus quit smoking cigars, but I'm sure you're sucking on that other thing as vigorously as you have in the last 3 years that I've known you. Am I right? Here's another thing. I find my mindset is coffee, morning, good. Sophisticated people do that. Good people have coffee. When I see somebody with a Red Bull or an cold energy drink in the morning, it is repulsive to me. Meaning it's not attractive, it's repulsive. Yuck. What kind of a maniac would want to be drinking a cold energy drink? Why don't they do it the natural way? Right. Coffee is for closers. There's one other thing that's for closers, Matt. What is that? Coffee is for closers. What else is for closers? Well, it's not for closers, but cocoa is for cobblers. Cocoa is for cobblers only. So, day 5, week 2, inside my skull-sized kingdom. Mindset matters. Cadillac Eldorado. A Cadillac Eldorado is for closers? Okay. Next, moving right along. Seth Godin. Oh, let's see. Our theme, Mimo of today is Mindsets Matter. Advice from an 80-year-old. Keep secrets. That's not the same as being secretive. Keep secrets. Keep secrets, meaning don't give them away. Don't disclose them. Third place is you're fired. Yes. Keep secrets. If someone trusts you with the secret, keep it. Don't give it away. On the other hand, you need to give fair warning to the person beforehand. Don't tell me. If you're going to say something bad about this person, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I'm not going to keep it a secret. If you want it to be a secret, don't tell me. Okay, so what is the name of your Espanol class? And why Espanol, not Japanese or Chinese? Okay, moving right along. Seth Godin, voluntary stories. Okay, so this goes to mindset. The narrative we run in our head is a choice. Right. Mindset is a choice. It might or not be based on objective reality and verified history. Doesn't matter. It's still a choice. There are millions of ways we can remind ourselves about the events of our lives and the systems we live in. But in this moment and the next, we'll choose just one or two to rehearse and allow it to alter our decisions, outlook, and interactions. So the key question is simple. Is it helping? Is the story helping? It's clear that the story is a choice. You can change it. Not all at once, not easily, but of course, we change our focus. This takes effort and it's worthwhile. I think Aaliyah Crum would disagree with him on that. I think she would say, as she does, we can change our mindset like that. Unconscious behavior, though, is the hard part. Habits. And since we can change it, it's a tool. If it's not helping, we can change it. Good point. 200 years ago, Jeremy Bentham wrote a pamphlet on how we use words to tell ourselves stories. So did Wittgenstein. It's archaic and dense, so few read it any longer. I asked Claude to give us a summary. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. A 14-page summary. Springs of action. Interesting. Springs of action. I just downloaded it. Okay. Now it's 14 pages. And that includes a cover page, some graphs, short pages, more graphs, blank pages. I would say it's about 10 pages. Single spaced. Well, 1.15 space, probably 12 point. So it's going to take a little while to read it. Could be worth doing a summary of it, but we'll leave that for a later date and time. Time, such a runic rhyme. Voluntary stories. Voluntary stories. Our mindsets are not fixed. So that's what I would say about that. Okay, a lot of action here. 1120. Let's see. Oh, Spanish 1120. That's the name of the class. That's a weird name. What happens if I become intoxicated because of alcohol? That must be a question for What Not a Bevy. And let's see, what else? Okay, so what do we learn from Aaliyah Crum, Seth Godin today? Mindsets matter. Choose your mindset, choose it wisely. And going back to say Mark Dawes, a key thing, our self-identity is made up only of our self-beliefs. Program the reticular activating system. And I would say two things. Number one, radical forgiveness. Remind ourselves we are just colorful nuts. We're just humans. That's it. We are the result of evolutionary processes, physics and evolutionary processes that were established at the beginning of our universe. Boom, that's it. So in the volume 1, simple premise is God as spirit, as eternal, as all-knowing, decided to become what God was not. So if you really think about it, if you're omniscient, there's nothing, you can't ask a question. You already know everything. There's nothing that you can do. But as spirit, you don't know what it's like to experience baryonicness. So the idea is God, the creator, created the universe to experience what God was not. God being non-spirit, being baryonic. And set the laws of physics and evolution, etc., in place so that God could experience what it was like to be non-spirit. God can't experience being a supernova until there is a supernova. Therefore, God had to create a universe which contained the possibility of supernovas. And not being a puppet master, God had to experience randomness, not control. Probability, not certainty. And over a period of 13.8 billion years, where the universe evolved because of chemical processes that were put in place in the beginning, gravity and fusion and the results of that, etc. We are the result of that. Humans are the result of that chain that started at least 13.8 billion years ago. Right. Okay. We are the result of the processes that God put in place to experience what it was like to be limited, not to be eternal. And so God experiences this through us. When we are suffering, God is experiencing our suffering. We are given the opportunity to transform from being like the rest of the living creatures on earth, responding to the things around us, to becoming creators of things, to controlling our environment, which we have done. And I would say that would be pleasing unto the Creator, who is experiencing what it's like to be each one of us. And then the idea is transformation and trajectory. Are you leading towards growth, creation, positiveness, or are you leading away to that? Are you leading more to the base forms of life where we just live, we experience stuff, and we die? Or to the bigger, greater, better things? We get to choose what story we want to believe. It's our choice. Now, if we apply the categorical imperative and say, let's just believe there is no transcendent soul, we are here, we die, and that's it. We are just atoms in the void. Would the world be a better place if we all believed that we're just atoms in the void? And I would say no, because everybody would be more concerned about themselves and maximizing the life that they have, or controlling the lives of as many other people as they can. On the other hand, if everybody believed we had a transcendent soul and that we are on a trajectory somewhere, we're either on a trajectory towards God or we're on a trajectory away from God, and that this life is very short, the width of a hair on a head compared to a 7-mile walk. If everybody believed that and everybody wanted to walk towards the light so to speak? Would the world be a better place? I think the answer is clearly yes, and time is up. So we will say goodbye. What not a bevy? How about sending me a text with your schedule of when I can